Okay, so everybody always asks me like what kind of weird stuff we see or bizarre stuff we see with our business. Let me give you a little idea. All right, so I dropped some people off in Woodruff last night about I don't know, 1:30ish, quarter to 2. I'm heading back to town to get our next customer. As I'm coming down 70, heading from St. Germain to into Eagle River, I come past where the river runs along the road and I start to see fog, just kind of probably like you can see there coming up off the water. Okay, no big deal. So I'm going, I don't know, 55, 60 miles an hour, and I start seeing debris laying in the road. So I slow down, wondering what is going on, and I get up a little further and I find this guardrail right here, destroyed to hell. And at that point in time, I realized that what I saw wasn't fog, it was smoke from the accident that just happened. Now, the person was coming west on 70, and I don't know how fast this guy must have been going, but you can see where he skidded off the road right there, came through the guardrail, ran down through the grass. Now, he was in a pickup truck. All right. He got so far, and well, to back up a step, when I saw where he went through, I stopped, turned around, came back to where the guardrail was broke, and I'm looking for a vehicle because now I know there's one down there somewhere. All right. So then I see people like way over there across the river with a flashlight screaming for help, telling me they tried calling 911. They didn't have a cell signal or something. So I call 911. I get them out here. So before they got out here, I'm down there trying to find this car or pickup as it turned out. Okay, so after going through the guardrail completely, the guy comes all the way down here, and you can see, let me step over the guardrail. You can see right down there where he ran through the grass and stuff. And he went so far until such time that he hit those rocks, not that big one sticking out of the water, but somewhere right before there, some little rocks along the shore. I think he eventually hit the big rock, flipped the pickup truck, and it was laying out there probably, I don't know, 20 feet past that big rock. So now nobody's out here. There's no police, no fire, no rescue. I'm the only one out here. I get out of the car. I'm looking for the vehicle because I think it's way back there where we went through the guardrail. Uh, and I finally find the pickup truck in the middle of the river. So I've now got help coming. In the meantime, I don't know if there's anybody trapped in this truck. I don't know if anybody's been ejected. I don't know what's going on. So, just about the time I managed to work my way down to the water, the first deputy showed up. Um, just before that, the driver came staggering out of the truck. I grabbed him by the shoulder, pulled him out of the water, walked him up the hill, and I said, "Is there anybody else in that pickup truck?" His reply was, "I don't think so." All right. So at that point, I knew he was pretty tanked. So at this point, we still don't know whether there's anybody in the truck trapped or ejected or laying dead underneath it or whatever. The deputy and I walked down to the water. I had walked the guy up here to the guardrail. Another person that had stopped that was driving by, I told him to hold on to the guy because we were more worried about whether or not there was somebody actually still in the truck. The deputy and I go swimming out there, punch out the windows on the truck, find out there's nobody in the vehicle. Meanwhile, the guy that was watching the guy who was driving the truck hollers down and tells us he just took off running for these woods over here. Oh, I guess about an hour later, not an hour, probably not quite, probably 30 minutes later, they had deputies swarming the woods looking for this guy who ran off after he'd wrecked his truck. I think they finally caught him because when I went back to St. Germain on the next trip, I was pretty certain I saw the deputy standing in front of his car with the guy that I had pulled from the water. But in the interim, he took out, that's actually a piece of the guardrail right there, laying that far from where he went through. They finally got the truck towed out of here. I'm sure that guy's sitting in jail right now on I don't know how many charges. So yeah, for the weird things that we encounter, and all the things I had to do last night, going for a swim in the Wisconsin River at 2 a.m. with one of the deputies wasn't on my list of things to do. So just to put this in perspective, here's where they pulled his truck up, and you can see all the oil and everything and parts of the truck laying there on the ground. That's where they pulled him up and got him out of there. There's where I guess they dragged him up through the mud. There's some more pieces of his truck there, and all kinds of debris everywhere. So after wrecking his truck, running off and everything, they finally catch him. I'm still trying to take care of the customer that was waiting for me to pick him up. But just to kind of show you how far and how fast this guy was going when he went flying, I'm standing now about where the truck was when it landed in the water. Now, if you look back, I hope with the sun you can see, but way down there, probably 200 feet or so, is where he actually went through the guardrail. Okay, now these things aren't made to just let loose and let you drive through them, or they wouldn't call them guardrails. So I am going to have to find out. But based on the skid marks I can see way down there, he had to have been coming through there at least, I'm going to guess, 80 to 85 miles an hour when he lost it, went through the guardrail, and wound up in the drink. So you want to know what kind of stuff we see out here sometimes? That would be that'd be one of the ones that tops the list. So anyway, be safe, okay? Thanks.